Yes.
Are you ready for bed?
Yes, I'm ready for bed. What in the hell?
What?
Is this satin?
It's silk. Thank you very much.
What do you need it for?
To protect my hair from these pillowcases.
I know she lying.
Excuse me.
What?
Why are you on the bed with your outside clothes?
That's beside the point. Why do you need a bonnet?
That's nasty. And to protect my hair.
Your fine white hair. This is for us, our curly and oily hair.
I have wavy hair, thank you very much.
Bruh.
I'm going to bed.
You're not even wearing it right.
Shut up.
What in the false ebony?
And passing the phone to someone who doesn't realize that hard wig, soft life definitely applies to them.
Oh, really? I'm passing the phone to somebody who doesn't realize that the state of their wife's wig is a direct reflection of how broke they are.
What are you doing? You wrote this. You told me to say this.
You are a white man, you will survive it.
If I get canceled, we are homeless.
Hello, my beautiful people. Happy Friday. Let's go. I hope y'all are enjoying this beautiful, amazing day. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my video. Y'all are helping a new channel build and grow, and I'm so appreciative for you guys. Thank y'all so much. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let's get right into the video.
I'm going to be the one to say it. I'm going to be the one to say it because no one else is saying it. If you find the right person, there's definitely a lot of benefits to being in a pasta-lobster relationship, but there's also a lot of downsides that I feel like people do not talk about. I've been with Mr. Man for about 6 years now, or almost 6 years. And the BS we've dealt with, no one warned me about it. If this is someone that you love, where are you gonna live? I met Mr. Man in California, and if you know California, very diverse, there's so many different races, colors, backgrounds, all that stuff. It's chill, it's fine. Then we had to move to the Midwest. I literally felt like I'm living in the 50s with the way people treated me. I mean this from both sides of the races. People were pissed. People were pissed. We have had everything from people throwing fruit at us, yelling at us, accosting us, dirty looks, dirty stares. You will get it all. You will get it all, especially in the Midwest. Just be prepared. Another big one is raising children. If you don't already live in a diverse place, your kids may have a hard time. Yes, it is 2024, but the truth is race makes people really uncomfortable. Another thing is family. Like, if you are in a family that does not agree with interracial relationships, you will have such a hard time, especially if you think this is gonna be a real relationship that's gonna last and you're gonna get married and have kids. Best believe your family's gonna have a lot of opinions. Another thing I notice is people trying to invalidate your relationships. This can even come from friends because they don't fully understand it. You'll get comments like, oh, he only likes you because you're black. Some people have told Mr. Man that he needs to be careful with me because he could become a baby father really easily. There's a lot of things that people will say, sometimes to your face, sometimes behind your back. I firmly believe that Mr. Man was put on this earth to be the love of my life. I'm not even joking. I love that man down pat. You need to go where you're loved and find someone who loves, adores, respects you, treats you right, takes care of you, treats you like a princess and the queen that you are. All that stuff. But also keep in mind that there may be some bullshit you're gonna have to do.
I never understood why black women hated black men that married white until today. You see, I thought I had a friend, and then for me, it's very hard to make friends. I thought this dude was Puerto Rican, liked riding motorcycles, liked movies. He did like Star Wars, which was a little weird, but he would never understand any of my wife jokes. When I would talk about my wife, just me, he would never get it. He would never laugh. It would go over his fucking head. Today, we go to a barbecue to his house, and guess what? His wife walks out, and she's white. I can't trust this guy. Huh? I can't trust him. He gave up on his people. He probably dated one Latina. Oh, this is hard. Let me go the easier way. And that's not to say anything against bad against white women. No, you guys are great. You guys are awesome. But you guys are generally easier to deal with than a Latina, which doesn't say anything negative about you, but about the guy that you're with, especially if he grew up over there on the island. He came over here. He just wanted the easy fucking life. And I understand it. It would have been easier. But I'm a realist, bro. I'm a real till death do us fucking part. We might hate each other and we not getting divorced because that's how I was taught. That's how the fuck we do it. So I can't trust this dude. I gotta find someone else in a toxic relationship, and that could actually be my friend. That's all I'm saying.
Put y'all up on game, but before I do, I got a question. I just need to know, is this like white girl mad? Let me just tell you what happened. So my neighbor decides to move abroad. He's like, hey, come over, shop at my crib. Whatever you want, you can have it. While I'm there, I meet his friend, who we'll just call Plenty of Foolishness. So Plenty of Foolishness notices that I'm wearing workout gear. And I tell her that I'm getting ready to head to the park and get my walk on. She's like, oh man, I've been looking for somebody to walk with. She just really wanted a consistent partner, and she wanted to know if she could come on my walks with me. We set up a time, cool, we start walking together. So one day it's raining, and she's like, well, we can't really go walk, but you can come to my house and we can do a workout here at my crib. I agree. I head over there. I walk in. As soon as I get there, I notice that her laptop, she's on the website Plenty of Fish. You know, me being who I am, I'm like, so you met any you met anybody on there? And she's like, this app just keeps serving me up all of these black guys, and I just don't. I'm not attracted to the black ones. I'm not attracted to the black ones, and I'm just kind of like, I ain't gonna lie. I feel some kind of way about it because you had to tell the app that you like black men, or else they wouldn't be sending you black men. You gotta pick your racial preference when you set up your profile. So why the fuck you acting like these black men stalking you, breaking into the app uninvited, and trying to wrestle you down to be with them? Like, girl, like, don't flatter your fucking self, okay? At the time, I was dating a woman, and I decided to match energy. So when she said, I just don't like the black ones, I was like, well, shit, I understand, boo, because I'm not attracted to white women. She looked like she was about to fucking burst into flames. She didn't like that. She ain't like that at all. After she gave me the evil side, she pretty much just changed the subject. She's like, yeah, well, anyway. She said, she did meet this nice white guy, of course. And, she saying that they've been talking for about a week, and they planning their first date. Now, this is where the shit is super wild. This is where I need your help, because let me just tell you what happened. So she said she needs my advice. And I'm thinking, I'm finna help her pick out a dress or a pair of shoes. This motherfucking lady, this lady asked me, should she sick his duck, or should she go on ahead and, drop it low and spread it wide? I was like, there has to be a third option. You realize this is a first date, right? Listen, I don't judge, but in my mind, I'm going, I could give you a whole list of reasons why neither one of them choices is, ma'am, are you okay? Like, what about your sexual health? What about the fact that this man is not getting ready to take you seriously after this? What about the fact that you don't even know if he even wants you like that? If you throw that cooch and he ain't catching it, I mean, ain't you gonna be embarrassed? Like, is this a cultural thing? Like, I know some liberated black women, some sexually liberated black women. The dancers weren't even discussing day one top. Like, where is this coming from?
One thing I don't like is when I hear certain black men, not all, but it's when they say, oh, well, the reason I don't talk to black girls is because when I was younger, they always said I was corny or lame. And if you want to date a white girl, by all means, do you. If you want to date a white man, by all means, do you. But you become a COON is when you're not dating them because you like them as a person, but you're only dating them because they're white. Just like you have a preference, women also have a preference. If you came off a little corny or gave off that weird ass antisocial vibe or awkwardness, she has the right to not want to deal with you. You don't hear non-black people saying, well, I didn't want to talk to Amy because she said I was goofy. No, Brad got himself together, got his appearance up, and now he can talk to Amy. Be honest with yourself. It wasn't that she treated you poorly. You been wanting to talk to an Amy. Like, step your mouthpiece up and you would get full cooperation. Stop trying to compare yourself to a Future and a Russell.
It's only a matter of time before the truth really comes out. Like, the true colors really start showing. I straight up told this man, like, I don't even recognize you. Like, I don't recognize who this person is. Not even from last week. And no matter what the red flag is, like, the red flags really be showing. So you really just have to know who you are. You have to have healed and understand your worth and your place in this world. Like, you really have to have a firm grip on that and security in yourself in order to have the discernment when people start playing in your face and the red flags start flagging. You gotta know. But shit, that shit crazy.
So when I was 19, I break up with this black liberationist who shamed me for my white interests, but had a fetish for white women. He tried it, didn't like it as much, and then tried to get back with me. No. So I think to myself, what is the actual harm in dating interracially? What can a white man do to me that a black man hasn't already? And thus begins my summer of tasting the rainbow. I went on a date with almost anybody who wanted to go on a date with me. No race was excluded. I literally went on a date with a tiny Mexican man named Pablo. I shit you not. My aim was to stick with who stuck with me, and this white boy stuck with me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like generalizations. I don't think that white men treat black women better generally, but this white man that I'm with currently treats me better than the black men that I dated in the past. And so I literally laugh when people tell me I'm dating my oppressor, because I think about it like, no, the girl who's dating my ex, no, she's dating my oppressor.
So as a black woman who dates outside of her race, has dated outside of her race several times over, I have noticed one very consistent, recurring theme when I date outside of my race. And when I say date outside of my race, I mean like a lot. Like white, black, Asian, Italian, a lot of Asians, Indian, Arabs, Hispanics. Like, I don't discriminate. I just don't. If I like you, I like you. Let's work it out, babes, right? One of the things that is so consistent is racism from the families. And I think that is so unfortunate. You know, we're in 2024. We're still experiencing that. We're still experiencing extreme apprehension from them. Like, are they going to hurt me? Is she going to hurt me? Like, is she going to come in there cussing us all out? Like, it's actually crazy to me. It's actually crazy to me. Now, I did want to preface this video and say this is not always the case. There are many beautiful interracial couples. There are many beautiful, you know, other families that are accepting of their black new daughter-in-law or whatever the case may be. But in my experience, you know, it is very, very touchy. It just is every time. For example, I was dating this Asian guy last year. It was going really well. Like, we were vibing out, having really great intentional conversations. And because we were being intentional, the question about marriage and family and all that came up, right? And so I proceeded to ask him about his family because, like I said, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've dated other Asians before. Like, I'm going to ask this question. How do you think your parents would feel? And he begins to explain, and he's like, I don't think they would be too happy about it, quite frankly. And then he's like, I don't even know if they would come to my wedding. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, well, you know, quite frankly, that's probably something you wanted to ask about before continuing to talk to me, but it's okay. Well, really, it's not okay. But the point that I'm making, it is very unfortunate, you know. And then I was also dating someone that was not black, and I was introduced to the family, but I could always tell it was more like, okay, this is like your fun. Like, you're not marrying this girl because she's black. That's about it. We don't care about her accolades. We don't care about her heart. We don't care if she actually cares about you. But because she is not the same race as you, you're not going to take this serious. And I find that to be incredibly unfortunate, you know? And the last thing I wanted to say is this. If you're dating outside of your race and your man is not super assertive and incredibly confident about knowing that you are the one for him, knowing that he is going to stand behind you and stand up for you and doesn't care about what his family thinks, if he is not incredibly confident in that, I would not recommend moving forward. I would not, okay? It's okay to deal with, you know, difficulty with the family if the guy is worth it. But if he is not strong or confident enough to stand up for you and his love for you, do not recommend. I do not recommend it at all. You will feel like an outcast and it's not a good feeling.
As a black woman, this is a problem I've never had to deal with. Shedding. So let me get this straight. When you leave a Caucasian out in the sun for too long, they start to shed?
Sucker, I am peeling. It's peeling. I'm not a snake.
Does it hurt to shed?
For the love of God, Socko. I ain't shedding. You're sick. What are you doing,
It's
Socko?
anti-shed prevention. Here,
Can
let
you
me do
get
it.
away from me?
See, Dalton, this is why I tell you to wear lotion.
Socko, I don't need lotion. I don't get ashy like you.
At least I don't shed.
Socko, I'm not shedding. I got a sunburn of peeling.
Then wear sunscreen. I'm black and I know that.
You're a better Caucasian than me, aren't you, old girl?
This is for all you guys out there that might be interested in dating black women. but you might be scared to approach them. Don't be scared to approach that woman. I know you might think they intimidating, or they might be loud, or they're mean, or they're hard. That woman ain't hard. That woman just ain't found the right person to be soft for. Go up to that woman, approach her, talk to her. You won't regret it. Have a good day.
Y'all, I thought I was already at rock bottom, but yesterday God reminded me that I indeed live within Satan's asshole, and once you hear this story from my first date last night, you will also agree. So I got to the bar first, so obviously I was basking in my depressive thoughts as usual. The guy you ask 45 minutes late, me is spiraling. So then homeboy decides to show up, right? And I'm like, oh, great, cool, I'm sure he has a great excuse. This man was high as heck. He had freaking taken an entire edible before he showed up to this first date. And 15 to 20 minutes into this date, we were talking about random shit. He just turns to me and goes, wait, what was your name again? Not me going on a date with a white boy that I've been texting for a month, and he didn't even bother to learn my name. He was just like, it's just a whole lot of letters. Like, just tell me now, like, I'll learn it. At that point, I was like, oh my god, hate crime me again. No, I fucking dare you. No, hate crime me. Say a slur.
My mother-in-law calls me that black thing. When I'm out and about with my stepkids, people think I'm their nanny. And my stepkid's stepdad calls my husband an N-lover. I am losing it. What do you think I should do? So I've married into a racist family. The only thing is that my husband isn't racist. He defends me all day long. We no longer speak to my in-laws, and it's posing a massive problem because all of them, including the birth mom, has ganged up together to come against me and my husband, and all we want to do is love my stepkids and his children. We are currently in family court. There's all sorts of lies being spewed, and honestly, if I react, I'll make things worse. I love him. He's been with me through major weight loss. When I felt massively insecure, he has been my confidence. Absolutely love him. I also love my stepchildren, but I am losing the will to be civil. I don't want to hurt my husband's chances of winning access to these children, but also I don't want to be abused anymore.
My wife gets hate comments every single day for marrying a colonizer, but honestly, you should too, because that's how she's getting her reparations. No, seriously, you know what she did today? She went out on a shopping spree. She was at Home Goods. She was at Marshall's. She was at Sam's Club. She was out there buying whatever she wanted because what's in stock right now? Yes, it's fall, which means it's time for fall decorations. And so whatever she wanted, she brought home. And then you know what I had to do? I had to go out and carry everything in from the car. And then after carrying everything in from the car, I then had to build everything. And as I am building everything and I come back into the room, what is she doing? What are you on? Oh my God, is that Lululemon's website? Is that, you're looking, window shopping, like that's what you were doing today. Window shopping.
I'm browsing.
Browsing, yeah, see, yeah, you were getting that bag.
Here's some things complete strangers have actually said to us just because we're in an interracial relationship.
That your girl, dog?
Yeah.
Respect.
Thank you.
You got that jungle fever, don't you, boy?
Just call me Tarzan. Oh my God, you are so pretty for a black girl.
What, so black girls aren't pretty?
I swear I'm not racist.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter their juice. Am I right?
I think they pretty much taste the same.
What? What did you just say? They taste the same?
Oh my Lord. Y'all are just the cutest couple. Is your hair real? Can I touch it?
It's like this. 2 or 3 comments every time I post a video. Stay with your white race. Well, that's gonna be hard because let's see this. I don't think she's gonna take this off. I don't think she's taken it off since I put it on her hand. What, 5 years ago? Stay with your white race. That one's gonna be tough. Oh, that's a good product too. Try to put y'all on. I stay trying to put y'all on, but I always get these hate comments. And it don't bother me. We get looks and this, that, and the third all the time. But it'd only be the ones that with 5 followers and block profiles. That feel good, baby?
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that comment?
I think it's ignorant.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you get the back.
Oh, yeah. She loves this, guys. If your woman ain't doing this, if your man ain't doing this for you,
Or woman.
or woman,
Because we don't discriminate.
sure don't.
And we don't judge. Unlike some people.
We listen and we don't judge. Stay with me. Read this comment again. We don't serve your kind. Well, I promise you, that statement is true. If I ever ask my wife to serve me.
Oh my gosh, sounds good. We go to sleep.
I have had my fair share of interracial relationships, and I'm gonna tell you this: the stories that they told me, boy. One day I was asking one of my ex-girlfriends, and I was like, "Yo, like, how does your culture feel about dating black men?" Right? This is what she told me, literally. They are taught at a very young age to date white men because white men are seen to have the money and power and status. Meanwhile, when it comes to black folks, they look at us from lenses of the stereotype. And I was like, what the frick? This has happened to me. Well, white, Asian, Latina, there's a lot of cultures that have that ingrained in their system. And you'll be surprised who.
Let's go, babe.
Wait,
What do you mean?
we gotta go over these one more time.
The flashcards again?
After dinner, we wash and reuse what instead of disposing of them?
Plastic utensils.
There you go. Who's the president of the United States?
Donald Trump.
Who's my mom and dad think the president of the United States is?
Obama.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
I told you I got him. Let's go.
Bonus round.
What do you mean bonus round?
I gotta really test your knowledge. You don't know what's gonna happen while we're in there. What time do we eat dinner?
6:37.
Oh my god.
All right, so when do you eat dinner?
Whenever the food's done.
Oh.
When my mom asks you how you like your mac and cheese, what do you say?
Oh, well, me, I like Kraft mac and cheese. Okay, it's Velveeta. Velveeta, the yellow box. You know which one I'm talking about. Chef Boyardee.
You ain't about to be at my dinner table talking about no Kraft mac and cheese. I'm gonna tell you what, you gonna stay in the car, I'm gonna tell him you got the stomach flu or something.
It's not that serious. I'm
Yes,
hungry.
it is. Okay, I'll take you to get Kraft later from 7-Eleven.
5 reasons why Filipina likes Black American. Number 1, Black American known to have a big hearts. What you see in TV is not true. Black American often big babies behind closed doors. They are the most gentle people I know. Number 2, they are very considerate and known to be very responsible. Number 3, Black American are very hardworking people. Number 4, Black American are often very sweet and simple. They just often getting advantage of. Number 5, this is my favorite. They are perfect for cuddle. They're very big. And lastly, girls, take note. This is the most important one. Don't marry a Black American if you're still planning to go back, because you can never go back. You're welcome, Sarangi.
Yo, real quick, I just want to talk to y'all because I just saw a post on chocolate bars about interracial marriage and mixed babies and all that. And a lot of people are in this comment sections getting triggered. I just want to share something quick with y'all. Both my parents are black, but the difference is my mother, she's from the Caribbean, South America areas. My dad is a Black American. My father's a Black American, right? So this is my point. I understand, I feel the same way. Black people are black people. I love all black people, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, there are differences. This is how I know mixed babies have a hard time fitting into society. They don't know their place. Because it's like when you have two parents from different backgrounds, it's like your mother, she's white, and your dad's black, or vice versa. It's hard to combine those two. And I know that myself because both my parents are black, yet there are still so many cultural differences. You see what I'm saying? There was so many times I heard my dad say, yo, your mother's side of the family is weird. And my mother said, yo, your father's side of the family is weird. There's just so much differences that go into it. So even though both my parents are black, I still have a hard time choosing a side, you feel me? So it's I can only imagine what mixed babies are going through. And I hear it all the time. Mixed babies tell me all the time they have a hard time fitting in, I guess the point I'm trying to make is people are like, love is love no matter what color, no matter what race, but I'm trying to get y'all to understand it's way deeper.
Married a black man. Of course I know how to play spades.
I married an Asian woman. Of course I eat rice every day.
I married a black man. Of course I have 10 million cookouts to go to.
I married an Asian woman. Of course I have no idea when she's yelling. What did she say?
I married a black man. Of course my parents didn't approve us at first.
I married an Asian woman. Of course I gotta take my shoes off or I might get hit with one.
Okay, I know how some of my African American followers hate how I compare my dating experiences with black men versus my dating experiences with white men. Well, this will be another comparison video, so go ahead and keep scrolling or stay and make yourself mad. Anywho, so I just been uploading videos about the new Mr. White Chocolate and how he treated me to dinner last night. And before then, I was talking to an African American man. Like all in the same time frame. I exchanged numbers with this African American man. So we talked online for like a week, and then we exchanged numbers like 3 days ago, which means this man has had access to me for a week and a half. Yesterday he asked me, what I was doing. The black man asked me what I was doing, and nothing. I was really just chilling because, like I said, my nephew went to his first high school party, so I was really just chilling and waiting until my nephew told me he was ready so I can go pick him up. So I wasn't doing anything, and I just said, like, I'm hungry. I told the black man that I was hungry, and he said, why haven't you eaten? And I just said, I don't know. And then I said, have you eaten? And then he was like, no, shit, I'm hungry too. And I'm like, crickets, mind you, this is a man who has access to me for a week and a half, no date, no nothing, right? So the new Mr. White Chocolate messaged me, and all within 15 minutes of having my number, he sent me money to treat myself to a date. I gave the black man a week and a half, and still nothing. He was hungry. He didn't care. I was hungry, and he didn't care. This other man asked me what I wanted to do, how much it cost. The white man asked me what I wanted to do, how much it cost, and he sent me the bread, y'all. So, yeah, y'all hate my comparison videos, but, all tea, no shade. It be true. And y'all know that. Y'all know that. Of course, I can always say, this is just, my experience. It's the truth. It's just my experience. If y'all experience something different, okay. But I'm going to talk about what I experienced. For a man to have access to you for a week and a half, and that black man is in my same city. He in Kansas City. Versus the white man who treated me to a date night. He's in another state, and he still made it happen. From a whole nother state? Honey. Yeah. I'm going to continue with these comparison videos because somebody got to hear it. Somebody has got to hear of the things that we deal with and why we decide to dip outside of our race. Black men don't make you want to stick with them. And I love black men. I love black men. I sure do. But y'all have got to get it together for real. Y'all will literally beg for a female's time just to waste it.
Here's my take on why interracial relationships are questionable. I'm speaking specifically black and white people. So the first reason is that interracial relationships can stem from a very negative place. Let me put an emphasis on I don't think they all stem from a bad place. But the ones that do stem from a negative place look a little something like this. I want light-skinned babies with green eyes and loose curly hair. Or my parents don't like black people, so I'm gonna go date a black person. Or, oh my gosh, they're so cute on social media. I want a black significant other. Number 2, the non-black parent and the black child will always have a social disconnect because of the social climate that we live in. The non-black parent can have as much empathy as they want, but they won't ever be able to understand what it's like to be a black person in America. And the third reason, us half-breeds, that shit is so funny to me, are stuck right in the middle. And it's more of just an internal struggle of like where we're accepted, honestly. Yeah, please don't attack me. Be with who you want to be. Just have good intentions.
I'm not saying I got anything against interracial relationships, because I don't. I'm also not saying that it makes you less of black culture or white culture if you decide to get in an interracial relationship. But this is what I am saying. When you decide to get into an interracial relationship, if you thinking long term with this person, you need to know. Number one, it's gonna be some stuff that white person just simply not gonna understand. You could make it plain as day. They not finna be able to understand some stuff. You hear me? That does not mean that they love you any less. Okay? It doesn't make them less compatible. All right? It's also gonna be some doors that white person gonna be able to walk through that you just not gonna be able to walk through at ease. That's the key. It's gonna be some stuff that person gonna be able to do at ease that you're not gonna be able to do. Love.
Seeing a beautiful black woman with a white man will almost certainly trigger a white woman's main character syndrome every time. If you're a white woman that follows me right now, you better not be getting that thumb ready to scroll, please. Because that was embarrassing what happened on that other video. Don't do that. Stay and listen. Like you would want a man to stay and listen when I talk shit about men. Be the change you want to see in the world, okay? Now, you may have heard me talk about main character syndrome in men, which is the idea that they are the main character and that everybody else around them fits into that narrative somehow, either as the sidekick, either as the villain, the mentor, etc. And when you are raised in a hierarchy, especially, again, a hierarchy that involves race as explicitly as the American hierarchy involves it, it's turtles all the way down. It's the same thing all the way down. While white men definitely do have the most amount and like the most egregious case of main character syndrome, everybody who participates in the American hierarchy, in the American caste system, all of these behaviors and actions, like they trickle all the way down. Yes, white men have like this very intense main character syndrome, but white women have also been given a very specific narrative about their place in that situation. And so they also have main character syndrome. That's where when a white man marries a black woman, it triggers white women's narrative. It triggers the narrative that something was taken from them because their whole life they grew up watching white Disney princesses end up with a white Disney prince. So that's how it goes. That's how you play the game, right? You take this doll and they go together, and that's how you play the game. What's triggered is that you are not supposed to be part of that narrative in any way as a black woman. You are not supposed to reap the benefits of being this close to the top of the hierarchy, right? It's almost like they see it in their eyes as like you've skipped a few steps on the ladder and you've ended up like, you know, in a place that they could have.
Here's an interesting statistic. White guys view black women differently than black guys. And these statistics don't lie. Interracial divorce rates. This is pretty interesting. A black man and a white woman are 200% more likely to be divorced. An Asian man and a white woman are 59% more likely to be divorced. An Asian woman and a white man are 4% more likely to be divorced. But this is the crown of the study. A white man and a black woman are 44% less likely to get divorced. Pretty interesting, isn't it? My sister.
Being dark is not a problem. Why? Because so many other men want you. They made you think it was a problem. It's not a problem. Just because Tyrone and Jaheim don't want you, that doesn't mean Rick and Todd and Chad don't. And they got more money. What are you doing? It's not really a problem. It's just something that someone told you was a problem, but it wasn't even a problem. If you believe that stereotype, you're only making it stronger. That's why I keep telling y'all, stop looking at it as a problem and see what you can do. If you need to level up enough to get Rick and Todd, that's what you need to do. You can't sit there and be ratchet and expect Dusties to come after you. Dusties are trained and they're brainwashed. So please go get you some of them. They really want to experience. They're marrying, dating, they're having children now. If that's what you think is holding you back, why would you want someone that doesn't want you anyway?
Interracial dating problems. Number one, taking a picture. Either my wife is a shadow or I am brighter than the sun. There is no in between. Apparently we can send people to space, but we can't figure out the camera. Makes sense to me. Number two, splitting the check. Why do restaurants always assume we're not a couple? We walked in holding hands and she just grabbed my ass. Also, my queen spoils me, so you can slide my half of the bill over to her. And number three, dancing. I have no rhythm because she got all of it. The two of us on the dance floor is like a crossing guard walking an 80-year-old man. It is not a good situation.
Being in an interracial marriage, it is more common than you think that my wife and I receive racist comments or even people making videos like this.
This is why black queens shouldn't date white demons.
They fall,
Notice he has colorblind in his bio, completely disregarding her blind.
Yes, the biggest problem that all of these racists have, aside from the fact that I'm white, is that we have colorblind in our bio. I know it sounds ridiculous. Why would anyone have a problem with somebody saying love is colorblind? That is because racists value race. They want you to see them as a color. And that is because they see you as a color. And if you say that you don't see them as a color, you are taking away something that they value dearly. Colorblind does not mean that you don't see people in their different shades of brown. It doesn't mean that you don't see beauty in people in their different shades of brown. It just means that you don't hold value in it, because there are good and bad people in every shade of brown. And that is because your skin in no way, shape, or form determines who you are as a person. And since skin color has absolutely nothing to do with personality traits, judging somebody based on skin color is extremely ignorant. So racism, prejudice based on race, is ignorance. Stop holding value in the color of your skin. You are not superior because of it. If the Klan never held value in their skin, the Klan never would have existed. If Adolf never held value in race, the Holocaust never would have happened. This isn't complicated. You have two options: hold value in your race or skin color, or don't. But just to remind you, every evil group ever in history held value in race and skin color. And you would be willingly choosing to do the same. Racists get mad at me because I don't hold value in my wife's blackness, whatever the hell that is. And in the same breath, they'll tell me because of her blackness that I fetishize her, which I don't know how is possible if I don't hold value in her blackness in the first place. I know. Racists never make sense. But I ask you, what is blackness? Blackness isn't a thing. It doesn't exist. All black people are different. So how can I hold value in something that doesn't exist? Just like, why would I hold value in my whiteness? It's not a thing. It doesn't exist. I love my wife and I love all of my children, which just so happen to be white, Asian, and black. And I will not tolerate anyone, even family, who has a problem with my wife or children because of the color of their skin or their race. Because I want to surround myself with successful, intelligent people. And if all you see when you look at my wife, my kids, or I is the color of our skin or our race, which does not define us whatsoever, you are not intelligent. You are an extremely ignorant person, and you're a waste of my time.
Interracial dating red flag number 1. Sister, if that man says something like, I was raised not to see color, girl, you better pack up and run fast. Don't look back, nothing. Get on out of there. Listen, your melanin is to be embraced, not to be passed over like it doesn't exist. I mean, nobody says, hey, just hand me any crayon out the box, because they all work the same. I mean, even the dogs see in black and white. So if that man can't embrace your melanin, don't let him excuse your melanin either. Interracial dating, red flags, verbal microaggressions. Listen, sisters, if you're talking to any dude and he says things to you like, you're not like the other black girls. You don't talk like you black. All lives matter. Blue lives matter. They, them, shouldn't have resisted. Hey, that was a long time ago. You need to get over that. You got the same opportunities I do now. You ghetto. You cute for a black girl? Pack your shit and run immediately. Because a lot of times people don't understand what they're saying, but they're sending you clear messages of what their real thought process is. Get out fast. Interracial dating red flag. Sister, if you dating a dude, I don't care how much you like him. I don't care how much potential you think he has. If this man doesn't want to hear about your experiences, he doesn't want to learn about your culture, he doesn't want to learn about your history, turn around and run. Turn around and run. I got a whole nother topic that's going to come up out of that. But run. Listen, if all he can tell you history-wise is Malcolm, Martin, and Rosa, chances are that's the only names he's heard throughout black history since he started school. We all know the United States doesn't teach black history at all, especially in the school systems. So if that's the only 3 things he knows, that tells you it hasn't been a topic of interest to him. So why would you be a topic of interest for him? Sounds like he's curious or just riding a wave. Run.
White, Asian, and black women are the perfect couple. Because we know how to season food. Like, our foods are so similar, but also different. Think about all the combinations we could have. Fans told me to have collard greens. You know what else looks like collard greens? Anything that looks like bok choy. Smothered green beans? You mean garlic green beans? Like, our food combinations together can be so amazing. Okay, last one. Hush puppies. Hush puppies are legit one of my favorite foods. We literally have Chinese donuts. Like, we have some sweet, some savory. We could make literally the best. And it's not like we haven't already done it before. Think about our kids and their kids. Like, food would be galore. This could really unite Asian and black people together. Like, hey, you guys are already invited, but you know, we really gotta solidify this bond.
Most sexy nationality? 中文, 黑人, black people, right?
Yeah, like black people.
Which country? Just in general?
Like rappers, like that type of...
So you're like a fan of like hip hop and rap culture?
Yeah.
Have you dated a black guy before?
No.
But you want to, right?
No. I just feel like they're good looking, but I won't actually like date them.
So it's more like a fantasy, right?
Yeah, like I don't really have a chance to. There's like black people that ask me for like contact.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like,
on the street. On the street, yeah.
And you still say no?
I'm not really into it. I don't know why. But now like when I look at Instagram pictures, I'm like, wow, he's so hot.
You think they're really sexy, but you wouldn't date one?
Yeah.
Why?
Because like culture differences. I'm more comfortable with like Chinese people.
Pick any nationality you could date and have a relationship with. Who would it be?
Chinese.
Still 中国人.
Yeah.
What if it was a half Chinese, half say Nigerian?
Oh, that would be